for this week's report. The town fills 2 key positions, but many vacancies remain. Exeter voters turned out at the presidential primaries to pick their candidates. The Seacoast Ukulele Group offers musical fun for Exeter area residents. The annual Burger Bowl is back in Exeter. And the Select Board discussed a new tax exemption committee. Happy Ground Hog Day. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacki, and this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. For our first segment, we speak to some of Exeter's newest employees and highlight other openings in the town of Exeter.
Last month marked a significant milestone for Exeter as we welcomed Stephen Cronin into the role of Public Works Director, filling a position that had been vacant for an entire year. We had the chance to sit down with Stephen to explore his motivations for coming to Exeter.
Exeter has a great reputation as being a town with very qualified municipal staff. Very well run, well organized town. So when the opportunity arose, it was one that was very intriguing to me.
Stephen discussed the challenges he's faced so far, including the recent flooding around the Squamscott River.
You know, as far as surprises to the role, I guess I was a little surprised right off the bat, the influence that that the rivers have on the downtown area. So that was pretty unique to see that level of flooding during my first week. The staffing challenges that we're having right now were a bit of a surprise to me, and we're doing everything we can to address those, trying to find creative ways to attract new applicants to Exeter and to the positions that we have here, and really kind of sell them on the culture and what Exeter has to offer.
In addition to Stephen's appointment, another key position has been successfully filled in Exeter. Last September, Health Officer James Murray departed for a crucial role with the CDC, leaving big shoes to fill after playing a pivotal role during the COVID-19 pandemic. Stepping into this important role is Madison Bailey, who was appointed to the position 3 months ago.
I used to work in kitchens throughout college and in high school, so being in and out of kitchens a lot, this job is half of it is inspecting kitchens, and I think that's really interesting that I can still, stay in my roots and, help small businesses and stuff in town, battle foodborne illness and other FDA food code questions that they may have. I definitely recommend the town. Everybody in all the departments have been super nice and welcoming and been offering, any help that they could give me.
Despite recent hires, the town of Exeter still has 13 open positions across various departments, offering part-time and full-time opportunities. You can find a full list of open positions and job applications on the town website by visiting exeternh.gov/jobs.
For our first segment, we speak to some of Exeter's newest employees, highlighting other openings in the town of Exeter.
Last month marked a significant milestone for Exeter as we welcomed Stephen Cronin into the role of...
For our first segment, hold up, I think I'm stuck in some sort of Ground Hog Day loop or something. I'm gonna try to skip to the next segment. So the town's voters participated in the New Hampshire presidential primary on January 23rd in the Talbot Gym. Gabe Perez has this report from Election Day. Just under 9,500 voters turned out to participate in the 2024 presidential primary in Exeter, New Hampshire. New to this year's election were brand new poll booths purchased during the summer, replacing the old traditional white rectangular road booths. Town staff and officials were excited to see the new booths. We spoke to town moderator Kate Miller and Select Board Chair Nico Papaconstantis to get their thoughts.
The Select Board had an opportunity to upgrade the booths that we had. We have an opportunity now to allow more voting at the same time. So in other words, more voters can come in utilizing multiple booths. The Select Board was able to use ARPA funds to purchase these, so it wasn't any cost to the taxpayers. And so far, we've had a busy day since 7 a.m. when we opened. The crowd has been steady, and we've had nobody waiting to utilize booths, and the feedback so far has been positive.
The ones we had served a great many years, very worthily, but they had gotten somewhat beat up after many years. And they're more versatile. They have the pocket that allows for the voting instructions, which can change from year to year. The Attorney General's office updates it periodically. And previously we'd been taping that down, which was less attractive. So now we can slip those in and out. And I think it's nice that we don't sort of isolate voters that might need to sit down to vote. This gives them the opportunity to be in amongst all the other booths.
With elections in New Hampshire stooped in so much tradition, what did members of the public think about the change?
I thought it was a much more pleasurable experience, a little more space, a little more privacy, and we're very excited and we hope folks like them.
So far, no one has complained about missing the old booths. So yeah, I think these are definitely an improvement.
Full election results can be found on the town website for both the Democratic and Republican ballots. On the Democratic side, President Joe Biden won with 1,522 write-ins, followed by 354 votes for Dean Phillips. On the Republican side, Exeter chose Nikki Haley with 1,970 votes, and the former President Donald Trump receiving 1,457 votes. With the presidential primary wrapped up, town meeting season is in full swing. As an SB2 town, Exeter will hold its annual deliberative session at Exeter High School on Saturday, February 3rd at 9 a.m. This is a chance for voters to discuss amendments to budgets and warrant articles. Town staff and officials present the budget and are on hand to answer any questions about specific articles. Voters are encouraged to come back to the Talbot Gym on Tuesday, March 12th for the town elections, where they can vote on the town warrant and elect candidates for local town and school board positions. As always, you can find all election information on the town website at exeternh.gov/elections. February 2nd isn't just about Ground Hog Day, it's also World Ukulele Day. For the double holiday, we met up with the Seacoast Ukulele Players as they practice for their upcoming Hogapalooza, a celebration of both holidays.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A quick trip 10 miles down the road from Exeter brought us to the Seabrook Library, where the Seacoast Ukulele Players hold their practices. Susan Ayer started the group as she was looking to find a group of players closer to home. She stopped by the local library and it grew organically from there.
Came to the library and I asked if I could use one of their rooms. And I pretty much sat there once a week or so, all by myself, waited for people to show up. Eventually they did, and within a year we had a pretty good group, people coming and going, and it's grown from there. So we have people coming from, all different places. A couple from Exeter, Massachusetts, some from Maine. People come from all over. It's just a real casual practice group, and we do perform about once a month here and there for seniors.
Jack Heffernan, the assistant organizer for the group, joined in December of 2018 and quickly made new friends and started helping out with organizing for the group.
We play at retirement homes, we play at nursing homes, and it's just for the satisfaction. We just love it. We're reaching out to the community and we get a lot back in return. This past Monday we played at Riverwoods in Exeter, an active retirement community, and then that was fantastic.
The group is open to people all over and with any level of musical abilities. They encourage people who might want to play with them to stop by one of their practices.
Anybody is welcome, all levels of skill. Sometimes people show up, they just bought a ukulele or they're thinking of buying a ukulele, and they'll sit in and listen a little bit. I just tell them, we'll teach you the C chord, and then just play that C chord every time it comes up, and it's just fun to play in a group. You feel like a rock star because everything's happening around you at the same time, and people pick it up quickly. It's not a hard instrument. We just have a good time, and I think we've become a really tight group of friends actually over the last few years. We just all enjoy music and trying different things and being silly sometimes. So
it's just fun. The camaraderie and Susan said the inclusiveness is just fantastic. People are all great, they're all good friends now.
If you're interested in checking out the group for yourself, you can come see them play live at their first annual Hogapalooza on Saturday, February 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Seabrook Library. The free event celebrates World Ukulele Day and Ground Hog Day. You can also learn more about the group on their website, seacoastukuleleplayers.com. The Exeter Area Chamber of Commerce is once again holding its Eat Local Burger Bowl.
The sizzle on the grill, the roaring of flames as they broil the perfect burger. Can you smell it? The juiciness, the eruption of flavor from the perfect Angus beef patty, the mouth-watering goodness as each individual atom is cooked to a perfect medium, just a little pink yet perfectly brown from the outside. The lettuce, the tomato, the ooey gooey cheese placed ever so perfectly and carefully upon the construct of heavenly flavor, all to create the oh so most perfect, delicious burger. This experience and more is all yours at this year's 2024 Eat Local Burger Bowl, brought to you by the Exeter Area Chamber of Commerce, where participating restaurants from all across Exeter compete to see who makes the best burger in town. From February 2nd to the 11th, yes, that means today, you can go out to as many participating local restaurants as you can and try their signature burgers, where you then can cast your vote on whose is the best. More information can be found at exeterarea.org. Choose your burger wisely.
And finally, the Select Board met on January 29th discussing several items. Will Tapley has this recap from our Meeting Minutes series.
Welcome to your Meeting Minute for the Exeter Select Board's January 29th meeting. A heartfelt thank you was given to Lou Hitzrow after his resignation from the Energy Committee.
His resignation letter's in the packet, but for all of the kind words that he had for all of the different people he worked with, from the Select Board to the Energy Committee, Kristen Murphy, I think it's reciprocal, and the pleasure was with us working with Lou and with Renee. So we wish him well and thank him for his service.
The idea of a new subcommittee was brought up by Town Manager Russ Dean.
This committee actually would be charged with reviewing the town's exemption and credit programs, the core element being to maintain fairness within the system. And this was actually something that the master plan recommended be addressed in parts 5A and 5B of the grow section of the master plan. So the proposal is to create a committee. This would be a 5-member committee to include 1 select board member, and this committee would review the town's current exemptions and credits.
I spoke with Lindsay Sonnet, the chair of the Housing Advisory Committee, to get her take on this. So a few things were thrown out. One, depending what this board wants to consider, that it would come back to the Housing Advisory Committee because it is part of their charge before it comes to the Select Board so that they can weigh in.
To have a separate committee like this take a look at our exemption programs is a wonderful idea. And the reason for that is anytime we give a particular group of property owners an exemption, all the other citizens in this town pick up the slack and pay for that exemption. So looking at it holistically is a wonderful idea.
Selectwoman and State Representative Julie Gilman gave a report on a bill she is sponsoring in the State House that concerns virtual meetings.
And it's Senate Bill 533, and it has to do with quorums of committees present, or physical presence of a quorum of a committee, commission, etc. What this allows for, all but 2 people from the board need to be in the place noticed for the physical location. One of my observations was that we had more people watching us via Zoom, the select board meetings actively, than we have. Right now we have 0.
I want to thank you, Julie, for your work on this. Thanks, Senator Altschiller as well, and the other sponsors. To move towards hybrid models of meeting will allow more of our citizens to participate as volunteers. It'll increase the vibrancy of our town government, and we should absolutely be in support of this bill.
The meeting finished up with committee reports. To watch the full meeting, visit our Exeter TV YouTube page. The next Select Board meeting is slated for February 12th. See you there.
That does it for this week's report. For Ground Hog Day and International Ukulele Day, the Seacoast Ukulele Players are going to play us out.
Thanks for tuning in today to Exeter TV.
2.